Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to another episode here on True Confessions Naija. The confession you're about to listen to comes from a message we received from one of our brothers, and the message reads like this. Good morning, Uncle Ori. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pastor O. Of course, that's not my real name. But for the sake of my safety and my dignity, you can just call me Pastor O. I'm a real pastor here in Nigeria. I went to Bible college. I studied very hard. I preached the word of God. I prayed for people. I did all that I was taught very right. But today, I want to confess to you everything. Things I have done behind the pulpit. Things that even as I say them now, make my own heart tremble. I never imagined I'll reach this point where I'll be sharing my darkest secrets with strangers. But maybe by speaking, I'll find peace. Maybe by exposing myself, I'll save somebody else from falling into the same trap. When I was in Bible college, I saw how pastors were living. Big churches, thousands of members, convoys of cars, mansions with guards at the gate, some even flying private jets. And I say to myself, if these men are pastors, then surely God has blessed them. And if God can bless them, He can bless me too. But after graduation, I found myself with nothing. Just one small Bible, a cheap suit, and fire in my chest to serve God. I opened a small church in Lagos, but only a handful of people came. Some days, nobody came at all. I would stand on the altar preaching to empty chairs, pretending like the angels were listening. I fasted, I prayed, I cried, but nothing was changing. And then came the twist in my story. One day, I met a man. He was older, dressed sharply, always smelling of expensive cologne. He had stories about traveling abroad, about dining with important people, about knowing prophets who could perform miracles. He called himself Brother K. We became friends, and one night, as we sat together, he told me a story that shook my soul. He said he once worked with a famous prophet, one who started small but suddenly became very powerful. According to him, the prophet went to the market one day, picked up 2 young boys, brought them to his house, fed them, and later defiled them. He claimed that immediately after the act, the prophet's church exploded with power. Miracles began to happen, money began to flow, and his name became known everywhere. I didn't want to believe him. I told myself, no, this cannot be true. But he looked me in the eyes and said, Pastor O, this world is not the way you think it is. If you want to attract people like magnets, if you want money to flow like a river, you must carry a certain spirit. Without it, you will remain poor forever. That night, I could not sleep. I tossed on my bed, I prayed, but I kept asking myself, what if he was right? Later, Brother K introduced me to another group. They said they could help me perform certain rituals, but the problem was I needed money. That's when I thought of my elder brother. My elder brother was not like me. He was in a gang of armed robbers back in university. A tough man, dangerous, but he loved me. I went to him and explained my situation. At first, he laughed. Pastor, so you have left God to join Juju, he said. I kept quiet. He studied me for a long time, then finally said, if this is what you want, I will give you money. But one day when I need you, you must also help me. That was the deal, and I agreed. First, I was told to find a dog. I thought it was just a dog sacrifice. I slaughtered it, only to later discover that spiritually it was a substitution for my own mother. Weeks later, my mother died suddenly. No sickness, no warning. Only then did I realize what I had done. But instead of stopping, I went deeper. I was told to sleep with prostitutes by force, 3 nights in a row. Each time they cried, I was told it was a sign of blessings entering my future church. I hated myself, but I did it. Then came the darkest instruction. I was told to sleep with 2 mad women. They said each one represented 10 years of glory, meaning I would enjoy 20 years of scandal-free ministry. Again, against my own conscience, I did it. And they promised me that women in my church would defend me blindly, no matter what. I thought that was the end, but no, they demanded more. Sacrifice your uncle, they told me. The man I called my father, the man who raised me when my real father died. With tears in my eyes, I did it. I dug the soil from his grave and carried it to the shrine in Lagos. But still, nothing worked. My church remained small. My miracle was fake. People came once and never returned. I saw my friends growing rich, buying cars, marrying beautiful women, while I remained broke. I slaughtered black hens. I poured palm oil on the altar. I slept in the shrine for 7 nights. Each time they promised me wealth, but each time I came out poorer. I began to hate myself. I would stand before my little congregation, preaching about holiness, while inside I was filled with darkness. Some nights I even cried on my pillow, asking God, why am I like this? Why did I destroy my own family for nothing? Then my elder brother came back again with another plan. He said, look, people today only respect pastors who are rich. Forget these rituals. Forget this nonsense. I will connect you. Go to Singapore. Carry some goods. When you return, you will have millions. Use that money to build your church. Even if your miracles don't work, at least you can pay people to come. I knew what he was talking about, drugs, becoming a drug mule. At first, I laughed it off. But then I thought, maybe this is my last chance. Maybe if I succeed, I will finally become the pastor with big cars and convoys. Maybe I'll finally wear those Italian suits and enter church with bodyguards. But deep down, I was terrified. Singapore has the death penalty for drug trafficking. If I am caught, it is finished. My name, my family, everything destroyed. I am torn. Should I go? Should I risk it? Or should I walk away and accept my empty church, my wasted years, my shame? Dear listeners, this is my confession. I have sacrificed my own blood. I have defiled myself in ways I cannot explain. I have chased after riches that never came, and now I stand at a crossroads. If I fly to Singapore, I may die. If I stay here, I may remain poor forever. This is my story. This is my confession. Pray for me because I do not know what to do anymore. I appreciate you listening to my confession. I look forward to hearing your opinions in the comment section below. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our brothers. Let us try to talk to him in the comment section. Things they really happen for this our world. Wow.